Hey, I'm Johnny Colt. We're here at Integrated Environmental Services. We're going to actually go in here and get fitted for a hazmat suit, including a respirator. And then we're going to jump in the car. We're going to drive straight from Atlanta right down to the coastline and take a look at the BP oil spill ourselves. So let's go in and say hey to Jeff. Hey everybody, this is my friend Jeff Gold, and I'm endlessly fascinated by what he does for a living. And I'm very excited to be able to come here and ask him a bunch of questions about what's happening with the BP spill down in Louisiana. And Jeff is an expert in the area. Can you tell us what you're an expert at?
That's a tough one. We deal with some very specialized hazardous materials, usually high hazard kind of situations, gas cylinders, chemical weapons, biological weapons, those kind of things.
I mean, how many people have a friend who's a biological weapons expert? How cool is that? I got a couple of questions because I don't quite understand what I'm learning from the media about the BP spill.
Right.
And then we're actually getting in the car right now and heading straight down to the coastline. And I want to talk to you about what protective gear you think I should have if I'm going to be getting in the water or the oil at this point.
I've got some stuff ready for you to go.
Great. I'm going to follow you.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, Nalco. This is the company that makes the dispersant.
Corexit. Is that correct?
Corexit.
Corexit.
And there's variations of it. You can see this is the Corexit 9500. This is the 9580. Okay, dispersant.
Dispersant. Oh, you can correct me on camera too. That's good.
Okay.
See? That's it. Everyone knows I don't know. Do you know what I mean? That we're good with this show. I don't know, and I'm not acting like I do know. So it's a no. You know what? That's why my spell check would not spell that word for me. I'm saying it incorrectly. Nice. Okay. Dispersant.
Dispersant.
Okay. Dispersant.
Yeah.
My question is, I've been reading and seeing a lot of debate about people cleaning up the oil spill at this point, and none of them are wearing respirators.
That's why I printed this off for you.
Oh, fantastic.
These are the federal regulations in regards to use of respirators right there. That's the 29, CFR stands for Code of Federal Regulations 1910.134. That is the standard that the federal government, one of them actually, that they've set to talk about respirators. So it's the employer's obligation to do these four things.
This is OSHA law.
That is law.
Actually, on this topic, there's very little response from BP other than people don't need respirators. That's the line. Can you stop me from using my own respirator?
Only in one condition. If that respirator poses a hazard to you in doing the job.
What is the situation where I wouldn't be able to wear my respirator at work?
There isn't one. I mean, I can't imagine one. There are very few situations.
So let me just get this in layman's terms. We have a massive cleanup going on, and some people are being paid by BP, some people are volunteering. It's a site that needs to be managed. It's a disaster site. It's first responders to cleaning up. I roll down there. I put my respirator on. Someone from BP, we have this as a fact. We have these reports that they're told, take the respirator off or you need to leave the job site. Can you tell me any reason why you would tell me to take my respirator off?
Absolutely not.
Not everyone out there has a friend like you, you know? You've been incredible at sorting this out for me, but the amount of work I had to put into getting this information is incredibly demanding. I've spent days and days around the clock trying to get to the bottom of this part. On just the respirator issue alone.
Exactly.
So when we hear about someone working on the beaches cleaning up and they actually have gone to the hospital, that person has had an overexposure, oversimplified, to hydrocarbons of some form.
Sure, that's what this issue is about.
Then they've got to heal up from the actual initial contact with the agents, and then the possibility of long-term care is kind of a who knows.
Possibly, and chances are the people that have had to go to the hospital as a result of this were probably overly sensitive to it in the beginning. They didn't know this before they started because they haven't had to deal with this. But in a given population,
can you be overly sensitive to something that's as toxic? Okay, can we see the lab and
sure,
and look at how respirators work?
Sure. First thing you're going to do now. How's that feel?
This is much nicer than.
Now, what I want you to do is give me a big smile in there. I won't be able to see it. You can't tell you're smiling, and you can't tell you're happy. You feeling something? Okay. Smile did it. Okay. Take your mask off. Pull it off from the bottom, pull it back. That's it, just like that. Okay, come over here where it's a little clearer.
It was right here in my temples.
You can feel it.
Yeah, as soon as I smiled really big, you could feel the crack.
There you go. That's why you do the test. Now, what we're going to do is once you're in the suit, you'll notice the only break in the suit on the limbs here is around the cuff.
Right.
What we're going to be doing then is we're going to put this suit is going to go over
the cuff.
this cuff, and then we're going to put some tape on there, duct tape, and we're going to wrap it once or twice. And you're always going to make sure you fold
I
it
just
over
want
to
to
the
say
backside.
that no matter how high-tech the situation, duct tape, just like a rock band, duct tape solves everything. All right, so
This is yellow though. Now ideally, in a real situation, when we were doing the anthrax, for instance, in the Capitol, you tape all along here and all along your neck. So there is no seal. You're in almost a gas-tight suit here.
Coming from the perspective of safe is always better. In theory, would this be the kind of suit, would this setup be the ideal thing for people to be working in the Gulf?
This is more than you need. If really for the Gulf, you could probably get away with a regular Tyvek or possibly what's known as a poly-coated Tyvek, which is not quite the level of protection. It doesn't have the chemical resistance that Cernex, this Saran has.
Okay, so we could have a lower graded suit,
Yes,
but we would still be gloved,
yes,
taped,
yes.
and respirated.
I would recommend that. If I was doing safety on that particular site, that's what I would say.
So this is the outfit that I have to get into.
Can you hear me with this open?
Yeah.
This is the outfit that I would have to get into to then begin to start working in the sun on the coast, picking up chunks of oil and loading bags full of heavy stuff.
If you were going to protect your skin, all your exposed skin, you're going to protect your eyes, you're going to protect your lungs, this is the kind of outfit you would need to be in.
Thank you for all your help, Jeff.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. And hopefully I won't get myself contaminated down there in the Gulf.
I hope so too.
Next stop for us, Louisiana.
How do I look?
I feel rock star in this thing, really.